light up the world. We light up the world.
Welcome to Fire to Inspire, the podcast. I'm your host, Angel Yasmin, and today's quote is, if I was down to my last dollar, I would spend it on public relations. Today, we have a special guest by the name of Sarah Busby. Sarah is the founder of Be the Buzz PR. Her company is located in Atlanta, Georgia, where they focus on public relations, branding, marketing, and event management. They are designed to work with brands in lifestyle, beauty, fashion, community relations, and entertainment. If you're looking for more brand exposure, media placement, and have no idea where to start, call them up. They will take care of you, okay? So let's welcome Sarah to the show. What's up, lady?
Oh, girl, I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad that you're here, too.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead and fire away. Tell us the story on how you got started in the industry.
Well, let's talk about the real truth of it all. Okay. So I graduated from the University of Alabama, so I had hopes of becoming like a news reporter. And, that just didn't happen. So me and a close friend, we're still close friends now, we were like, we need to do our own thing. And, we made up our own companies. And so that's how I started. I started the brand 4 years ago with the name Be the Buzz PR because I wanted it to be something that's bubbly and then basically, for my last name is Busby. So I was thinking okay, how do we, so I had to kind of ask different people. I was like, what do you think? And so people gave me options. I was like, okay, this is it. Be the Buzz PR.
I love it. That's really a hot name. I love
it's
that
catchy,
name.
yeah.
Yeah, so what exactly does public relations consist of? And why is it so important to hire a PR agent?
Well, okay, so this industry is so misconcepted. It's basically people think that it's you hire a publicist or you get PR, you're just going to be instantly famous or you're going to get instant placement. I think it's very critical that you go ahead when you're in the beginning stages with your business to think of how you can get that exposure. And public relations provides the tools. When you hire a publicist, you're hiring and I call it, and with my organization, I spearhead all the campaigns and the strategies that my client to get the exposure that they need, whether that's through making sure that your branding is appropriate. We need to make sure that your platform is aligned with the outlets that we will be, of course, reaching to, or it depends on each industry, what they need, what they require. Some industries, they don't need to walk the red carpet, right? They just need, it's great for them to, maybe be seen on the news or have, print placement. Those type of placement can, increase their accolades. So I think that's important. So PR deals with a lot of strategies, strategic planning, whether that's, okay, is your marketing on point? How's your social media? Social media is so important. They look at that. That is like a go-to just off top. What is their social media?
Absolutely.
Nowadays, you can't even really give a business card. They're like, what's your social media?
I know.
So it's like,
They want to know, what's your IG?
What's your IG?
Right.
It's like, forget a card nowadays. Let's
Right.
just go straight to the social media. We want our publicist is supposed to be able to create a story that's going to be compelling to the public. So we want to make sure that we are putting you in a place, we are positioning you in a place to be accepted from your target audience. So if you just have no idea what that means, you need to talk to someone, a publicist, a PR strategist. There's different titles that people give themselves, but that is something you want to consider in your business planning.
Well, you guys have to talk to Sarah, not just any publicist, because she's the best in Atlanta. So what companies have you worked with in the industry so far?
So God has really just been aligning me a lot with more medical, and I've done work with some lifestyle brands, emerging small businesses, owners that want to get more exposure. So sometimes, you have to be like, how do I say this? Before you can get that placement, it's best to make sure that you are having the tools that the media would need, if that makes sense. So business owners that come to me like, hey, I need this. I'm like, okay, you need a speaker sheet, or you need an EPK, or you need a bio. Like, you don't have a bio. And so these are things that they need to see, or you don't even have a social media. So we need to work on those things before we even send you off or get that type of placement for you. So yeah, I work with a lot of the small businesses, medical, so physicians that want placement. My most recent client was featured on Fox 5, so much exposure, phones was ringing off the hook. So so that is what it's about. It's not about necessarily increasing the revenue. It's about increasing exposure, and therefore revenue will follow that.
Awesome. How does your company measure success? In other words, how do you help grow one's business?
So basically, I see where we are, and I say, okay, what improvements have you made on your own? I like to see what you've done on your own. And then once I put my plan into place and I see some improvement, that's really how I measure success. I measure success also by just things that maybe are factors that are really not in my control. And I was like, oh my gosh, look at this. We made this happen. And I didn't even expect it. So I would say maybe results that happen that you don't even expect. It'll make you re-strategize your plan. We can put a plan in place and God or life will shift it. And we'll be like, actually, we may need to do this. This plan may work. So that's how I really measure success. And for my clients, when my clients are happy, they're satisfied, it's like a job well done. It's a good night's rest for me.
Amen. So what are some things to look for when shopping for a PR agent that is likely to benefit and expand someone's business?
Your first impression will be that first conversation. You really want to have your questions in order. And I think the problem is that people really don't understand the field. So they don't really know what to expect when they contact a publicist. So you need to understand your goals and you need to really research the industry and ask that publicist, have you worked in my particular industry? Do you understand, maybe the jargon or different things? Can you put me in the right audience? Because some publicists will admit, hey, I don't work in that arena. So I probably wouldn't be the best fit for you to get the best exposure that you need. And I think that's important. So ask those direct questions. Look at their portfolio, look at their social media, look at how they present themselves. Find out their personal page, see how they interact. How do they act? You're going to be working really close together. So you really need to, if they're not the kind of standoffish, that's kind of signs of how the relationship might be. Throughout the process. I think that's with any business. First encounter, it's like, okay, maybe this is not a good fit. You want that publicist to really relate and really, go fire hard for your brand just as well as you do. Because that's the best way we can get that story out is if we really relate and be that big cheerleader that you need.
Well, you guys have excellent customer service. I will say that. I mean, they are on fleek with that, okay?
Yeah, we try.
They are on top of their game. So
we try.
No problems there. So what are some social and digital media strategies for a campaign?
Well, some good social media strategies I think is important is your graphics. Okay. You really want some A-point graphics. For people that would like to go into like public speaking or I want more speaking engagements, I'm like, okay, are you showing on your social media that you're expert in the field? So are you providing them tips? Are you providing them strategies? Are you getting on and you're just like freeballing and you're just talking about maybe experience? So if you have great love advice and you've been through, several divorces, then you need to talk about, right? You need to talk about strategies to encourage women. What got you through?
Come on.
And that makes you more of an expert in the field. That makes you like, man, I love her, man. Like she's just hitting on point. Girl, you got to follow her. That is what creates that traction. So, and people be thinking like, oh, I got to spend all this money. No, just pull out that phone and just go with it. I'm telling you, someone's watching you. They might not like it, but they watching you.
Yeah, they're stalking. They're stalking you.
They're watching you. So yeah, those digital trends, and then, get the budget up, then we get some ads and, really circulate it to people that don't know who you are. So yeah, keep it ground low and you'll shoot up.
This is a question off the top of my head.
Okay.
Basically, on social media, in all the social media platforms that we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have all these, Snapchat. Right. Which one do you think is the most important to market? And it depends on your audience, I'm sure. But do you think Instagram is the one you need to focus on more?
You will I would think Instagram and Facebook. Okay. That really depends. I have a very close friend that's in social media, so I know this for a fact. It depends off your market. I have clients to where their ideal market would be LinkedIn and Facebook. Whereas in my industry, it's Twitter, it's Instagram, it's Facebook, it's whatever you can find to get the information that you need. But so it's definitely industry specific. Okay. Definitely.
Awesome.
Definitely.
So what's next for you? What do you have coming up, my girl?
Oh, so glad you said that. I'm so excited. Tomorrow launches Black Writers Weekend. Tomorrow is Creative Con, so I am working on that, dealing with the project management and the media relations for that. So I'm super excited about that. Black Writers Weekend has been around for a very, very long time, and this conference is going to have over 40 speakers, creative. Wow. So look, if you're an author, writer, plays, shows, you're trying to learn about branding, creatives, I'm leading the PR panel tomorrow. We're going to be on a panel with other publicists in the industry. We're going to tell you exactly what you need to know.
Awesome.
All steps. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So name some of the speakers, some of the people that will be there. I mean, you have some hot names on there.
We do. Okay. So on Saturday, that's the lit crawl. So
Okay.
you're going to have I know it's got to be like 50 authors throughout the whole week, especially on Saturday. So you're going to start all the way from your literary agents that basically where you can pitch your book or you can talk about your book. Say, hey, I got a book idea. This is what it is. A romantic panel. So relationship experts and romantic writers. You got sci-fi, thriller. Art. I mean, it's every like genre of writing and writing a book and a play or movie. It's going to be at this conference. You have the founder, Tamika Newhouse. She is the founder. So I think what's so great about it is that no one that I'm aware has an actual weekend for African American creatives. For authors. Important. This is for us. Like, this is for them, all creatives. Anyone. You're a blogger, you're a writer. This is where you need to come to just to get your notebook, get your pen, your computer, and take notes because you're going to hear from people that are in the field working with the biggest names. And then this is Atlanta. This is like Hollywood.
Yes.
This is our LA over here, you know? So, yeah, so that's really what it's about. And we're going to have a mixer tomorrow night. After that, actually, after the conference, we're going to be showing the Toni Morrison film as well. So that's going to be amazing for people that have special passes to go to that. And then we're going to end it at Republic Lounge. So we're going to have a little fun, you know, kind of get a little cute, turn up. And then tomorrow or Saturday, it's going to be at 4 different locations. It's a lit crawl. So you go to all these different locations and meet all the authors. So you have HQ Auburn, you have Chair's Bookstore in Decatur. I'm probably missing 2 more. If you go to Black Writers Weekend on Instagram, you'll be able to get all the locations. You'll find out all about all the speakers, the authors. Yeah, it's going to be dope.
All right. It sounds like it. I cannot wait. I'm going to be in the house. Fire to Inspire will be there.
Tomorrow,
catching up all on the news.
Day. But you don't, have your energy right.
Yes,
it's gonna be all day.
I'm so ready. I am ready. I'm ready. So what ignites the fire within you to do what you love today? Give us some encouraging words.
What really motivates me is what if I hadn't have done it? What if I didn't do it? What if I didn't really push myself? I think the best part of on this journey when you're trying to figure out who you are and become an entrepreneur, whatever God is leading you to do, is just stay humble and really trust the process. I never really understood that, but trusting the process, He really aligns everything that you need. So if you trust the process and just keep on, make sure you have a good circle. I mean, a good circle that's going to encourage you and sow into you, whether it's finances, whether it's just being there for a shoulder to cry on. Keep those around you because that is what's going to keep you rooted.
You are so awesome and amazing. Thank you so much for sharing your incredible story.
Thank you. Yes.
So please tell the audience how they can find you online and on social media.
All right. So it's easy. So it's TheBuzzpr, and I say that because people misspell it all the time. So you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and you can follow me even on my personal page. I have totally nothing to hide. So Bubbly Busby is where you can follow me at.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone, for joining this party with a purpose. I'll catch you next week. All right, it's getting real hot up in here because we are so fired up. Hey, sucky now.
When they strike, we light up.